Hey there, creepy peeps. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you're returning. It's time. I'm a little later than everybody, but regardless, it's time to go over the year of 2020 in movies. What a year. Before we get into that though, I want to say thank you to my creepy patron peeps for supporting my channel. Thank you guys so much. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep yourself, you can follow that link in the description. So here we are in Letterboxd and my Letterboxd stats. I'll go over my list that I usually keep each year, like where I rank every new release by itself. This includes everything, like everything I watched, including rewatches and things, but we'll do that at the end. For right now, let's just kind of go over the stats, I guess. Apparently I still ended up watching almost 500 hours of movies, so there's that. All right. I guess these are kind of like my top ones. Makes sense. Everything checks out. I love the films by week. I wish I could, oh, it does give me an average. Okay, an average of 5.2 films per week. Wow, the week of June 3rd, I watched a whole hell of a lot, damn. What's the most? 12 films in 1 week. Oh, that was leading up to 31 Days of Halloween, so that makes sense why. Clearly just trying to pack it all in before October started, wasn't I? Can we look at this duality right here? First film I watched of 2020 was Terror Train. That checks out. It's a New Year's Eve themed slasher movie. I think that was the first time I had seen it also. And the last film I watched was Lord of the Rings: Fellowship of the Ring. I think technically I started, because I watched all three movies, all three Lord of the Rings movies on like the 31st and the 1st. I think technically I started The Two Towers in 2020 and it ended in 2021. So I think it ended up getting logged in there, but sure, this was the last full movie I watched in 2020. Most watched. New Year's resolution, I gotta get better at logging rewatches. I don't do it, and then this is not accurate. I watched Hamilton way more than 3 times. Way more than 3 times. Probably watched Nightmare Before Christmas more than twice also, and The Craft and House of a Thousand Corpses. So we're gonna try and log rewatches a whole lot more this year. We'll see how it goes. None of this ever changes. Always horror. Always English, always USA. All right. Wow. I mean, that kind of makes sense for like the year though. There wasn't a whole lot of new releases, was there? So, I mean, 16%. I wonder what like the average is like per year. Because I don't log my rewatches, first time watches. I mean, I still feel like this would be a little bit more than my rewatches, even if I properly logged rewatches, but I don't think it would be this big of a difference. I think it'd be closer to 50-50. And I never write my reviews. So should I do that? I don't know. Most of them I do videos for, so I feel like my like review would just be a link to a video, but I don't know. I think I used to do that. What's this? Ratings spread. Oh, okay. So I was feeling lots of 4 stars and 5 stars. I feel like sometimes I might be too generous with the higher ratings, but whatever, life's too short. Only 6 films I gave a ½ star. That's pretty good. I'd say that's pretty good. Oh, for my watch list? Oh, I watched 12 out of 31. I need to get better at that one too. This is like a TBR, except worse, I feel like. Stars, look at that. The whole cast of Scream is here. Can you tell I watched a lot of Scream? I feel like usually when I watch one, I end up wanting to watch the other ones again, so I feel like these are always up at the top because there's 4 movies and they're all 3 in all 4 movies. And lining up with that, Wes Craven is up at the top here, followed by Ari Aster, Dario Argento, Tim Burton, Sam Raimi, Steve Miner, Darren Aronofsky, Barry Sonnenfeld. Wow. And 2 Lucio Fulcis. Not usually the biggest fan of him. Literally every time. It's because of Scream. Stupid fucking Weinsteins. Apparently I listened to them. Oh, is that because Lord of the Rings? Yeah. Wow. I need to, wow. Okay. I feel like Howard Shore is one of those composers, like I recognize the name obviously, but nothing, not that they compose bad music, but nothing stands out about it to me to where when I hear a score I'm like, oh, that's Howard Shore, you know what I mean? Not in the same way like John Williams sticks out or like Danny Elfman sticks out. Speaking of, John Williams did not crack the top here. It's kind of a bummer. Kind of a bummer. I want to explore these a little bit more. I feel like I always skip over these. Cinematography. I must watch Peter Deming. Drag Me to Hell and all the Screams. Hey, look at that. Okay. Interesting. What else we have? Costumes. Only a few like overlapped. Huh. Okay, so this is an Eli Roth. See, this is interesting too to see like this person, Elisa. You know how like some directors kind of have like a crew that they almost always work with. I still never rated Knock Knock. Wow. These are all Eli Roth movies though. That's why, see, that's interesting though. It's like stuff that I don't normally think of, but makeup. Dick Smith was in #1 with 5 movies. Stepford Wives, The Exorcist, Ghost Story, The Hunger, The Sentinel, and wow. Oh, and The Exorcist twice. Okay. Okay. Very cool. Most studios watch is Universal Pictures. Okay. There's more. Oh, wow. Oh, it like goes even further. Okay. I gotcha. I thought it was going to have more categories. Okay, highs and lows. So these are the averages, I guess. So out of the movies I watched, like the highest average rating among all Letterboxd, I believe. Parasite, not surprising. Everybody loved that movie. Everyone really loved that movie. Criterion picked it up and we got it at work and it could not keep it on the shelf for like literally. It's just like at that point I was like, let me just put the stack at customer service because everyone's gonna come up and ask for it and that way you don't have to run and go get it. It's right there. Lowest average is The Grudge. I have to give that one another watch. I feel like I'm gonna need to like rewatch everything I saw at the beginning of the year because it all feels like I watched it 2 years ago. It doesn't feel like I watched it this year. So stuff like this, it's like, I feel like I can vaguely remember what happens, but I remember John Cho and Lin Shaye. That's it. Most obscure is Breaking Dawn Part 2. What's the criteria for obscure? Because I feel like this one is probably, besides the first one, is the least obscure one because everybody likes to post videos of showing people this movie for the first time with like that whole like twist, which I won't say if you haven't seen it, I guess. What the hell? We watched this with my patrons and I. We watched the first one and then Breaking Dawn Part 2. As a double feature. It was so funny. We just explained what happened in Breaking. I think I scrubbed through it actually to show Renesmee as scary as she is as a toddler. Ugh, nightmare. Okay, and this is everything I watched in 2020. Whoa, look at them all go. Oh, see how, oh my god, it's not even all of them. Oh, it just brings me to my diary. No fun. I wanted to see them all like, look at all these movies. Oh my god, remember Tiger King, you guys? That genuinely feels like that came out 2 years ago. What the fuck? You can't convince me otherwise. This came out 2 years ago. I wish I could see like a progression. Well, I guess I could. I would have to go year by year to see if like the map gets more filled in. I doubt it because it's just so many films will come out of certain countries. So I just, you know, we all spend time watching those and then not really looking at movies from all these other countries. But it's like, there's got to be some movies that are, yeah, there's got to be movies that originate in every single country, right? I'm trying to think if there's like a country, well, I guess maybe technically like Antarctica. I mean, it's a continent, but I'm trying to think if there's anywhere like that wouldn't have a movie from it. Is there movies in New Caledonia or Fiji? Probably Fiji, yeah. Or does it count if a film was like filmed there or parts of a film were filmed there? Does that count? What am I getting at with this tangent? I don't really know. Can I open that in? No. Oh, wow. Okay. Produced in the Falkland Islands. Huh. Okay. I wonder what the criteria is for that. So it just has any credit to it at all. Wow. I feel like that would be a fun like year challenge to like click on every country that is like blanked out for you on Letterboxd if you have this feature and watch at least one movie from them. I doubt you could get like a horror movie from each one, but I'm trying to think of like, where's a place that probably would not have a horror movie? I don't know. That'd be an interesting challenge to do though. Highly rated films I've yet to see. Euphoria is a show, and also I've watched it. So, Minari, don't know what that is. Nomadland, Soul. Everyone's been watching this one. It kind of seems like something that might make me cry though, so I don't know. Wolfwalkers. I love the cover of that. That's gorgeous. Be Fierce. Oh my god, look how cute! Oh my god. In a time of superstition and magic, when wolves are seen as demonic in nature and evil to be tamed, a young apprentice hunter comes to Ireland with her father to wipe out the last pack. But when she saves a wild native girl, their friendship leads her to discover the world of the Wolfwalkers and transform her into the very thing her father is tasked to destroy. This looks so fucking cute. Add that to my watch list. That looks so cute. I don't know what this is. What is this? Small axe? These both say small axe on them. Is this a show? I don't know. I guess we should add this to our watch list too. Highly rated with my friends. What is this? Far, far away idol. Stop making sense. Come and see. Schindler's List. Never seen that. Huh. Okay. All right. Shall we get to my year in horror list? Because I scrolled down to the end purposefully. Again, if you follow me on Letterboxd, this list has been up and it really hasn't changed a whole lot. The biggest thing that changed is I had to go through before sitting down to film this video and clean out this list because I thought I was going to be so clever at the end of 2019. I was like, oh, I'll make the list in advance and just put all the movies that are going to come out in 2020 in this list, and then it'll just like fill in and I'll move them around like throughout the year as my rankings change. And wouldn't you know, I decided to do that the year we have a global pandemic, and half the movies that were on the list did not come out that in 2020. So I had to go in and remove all the ones that hadn't come out yet. I don't want to jinx it now by pre-making a list, so I'm just gonna wait for the first new movie of 2021 and we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Bottom of the pile here, Aqua Slash. I feel like that one was kind of recent. I talked about, ranted about The Wolf of Snow Hollow. I didn't give this one a video, but everyone really liked this one, so I feel like I must have missed something with this. I don't really know. The Pale Door, Behind You, Brahms, The Boy 2, which I feel like a lot of people also didn't really like all that much. The Grudge, also Fantasy Island. I don't know if people really hated this as much as like most people don't really care about this one. Antrim. Take this as you will. Either I'm still alive, so the film isn't cursed, or because we all watched it, 2020 was cursed. The Dark and the Wicked, which also everybody loved and I just somehow missed something, I guess. I don't know. The Craft Legacy, super disappointed. Underwater, which I really want to revisit. I just want to revisit it. I feel like I probably said that in my original review at the beginning of the year. That feels like 3 years ago. I want to revisit it though. Give it another chance. Random Acts of Violence. I also wasn't the biggest fan of. I didn't like it. I'm in the middle of the road, so that's still good. I just wasn't jazzed about it. Big rant and blew up on Twitter low-key because of it, so that was fun. Some South Korean movies that, oh, Altogether, not the best. They weren't my favorite. These were all Shudder exclusives that came out on the platform. Metamorphosis, 0.0 megahertz, and A Warning Do Not Play. They were all just okay. They weren't horrible. They weren't great either. Porno, really fun. The Turning, I didn't hate. I think a lot of people disliked it a lot more than I did. Antebellum, also I feel like a lot of people disliked it a lot more than I did. Kindred, the book, did it way better though. We Summon the Darkness. I didn't really like it when I first saw it. I rewatched it with a friend and I liked it a little more the second time around. After Midnight, fun Mumblegore movie. Again, feels like 3 years ago I watched that. Creepshow Holiday Special, Gretel and Hansel, which made a lot of people butt hurt and that was really funny. I'm just like reminiscing in the year now. I feel like, is it like worth it to give my thoughts on these? Like, there's always people that tear apart my like ranking system in the comments anyway, so we're just reminiscing about the year now. The Rental, total surprise, really enjoyed that one. Directorial debut from Dave Franco, really good, I liked it. Host is another one that surprised us all. Filmed in quarantine, like literally like filmed while everybody was in quarantine. Really cool, not that long of a movie. You should definitely check it out if you haven't yet. It's on Shudder, I think, still. Really, really good. Shudder definitely blessed us with a lot of really good movies, the next of which, Spiral, which was also really good. 90s vibes, for those of you that, like me, just want some 90s nostalgia now. We had a lot of 80s nostalgia. I want the 90s nostalgia. All right, again, for like the 50 millionth time, if you follow me on Letterboxd, this isn't a surprise to anybody. I don't think this top 5 has changed since it came into being. Here we go. Number 5, Impetigore. Joko Anwar, really, really liked. He's just like a filmmaker that I guess I'm a huge fan of now. Everything I've seen by them so far is really good, really unique. Good level of gore without being too much if you're worried about that sort of thing. Really good. Also on Shudder, I believe still. I think this was a Shudder original, so it should still be on Shudder. Really, really good. The Beach House, which I think a lot of people also really liked. Kind of Lovecraftian a little bit, which normally is not my thing, but I quite enjoyed this. Relic, just really atmospheric, really creepy. The dark stuff, I guess, I was really into in my top 3 here. This is, you know, a little understated, especially with these two. Very dark. The Lodge. This was the last movie I saw in theaters. Period. I have not been back to the movie theater since. I miss it so goddamn much. That's the biggest like first world problem thing this year, but my fucking god do I miss going to the movies. It'll be a long time before I complain about people like talking or being on their phone in the movie theater because I just miss it so much. I don't care if I go and everybody talks. I just want to go to the movies. And then number 1 is The Invisible Man. So good. So good. Nice memory, I guess, for me. I took my mom to go see it. Which it'll be fun to just reminisce of my mom getting really scared and the people next to her telling her it's gonna be okay. Because she was getting scared. But she also really liked it as much as it terrified her. She really liked it. So it's a fun memory. So there you have it. My battery is gonna die, so might as well end this. It's probably a long video anyway. Let me know what your favorite movies of the past year were in the comments, and let me know what you're most looking forward to this year. We got a lot of stuff that's overdue that we're gonna get this year, so hopefully it'll be a good time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. Become a Creepy Peep today. I post 2 new videos a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays, so I'll see you soon with another new video. Until then, stay strange. Bye.